Over the last year, out of all the cars in our long-term fleet, the hardest working one was the big white diesel that we used to carry people and things over fairly long distances on a regular basis. And I'm not talking about our Toyota Fortuner crew vehicle either. No, the hard worker in question is our Peugeot 3008, the MPV that's done more than its share of driving duty in its time with us. Now almost 5 years old, the 3008 has lost none of its appeal from a styling point of view, no doubt helped by the fact that it's not what you'd call mainstream. It has just the right blend of that typically different French approach and a sleek profile to make it something that catches your attention. Its front end looks surprisingly aggressive on the move, and the overall shape makes the car look more compact than it actually is. Inside, the 3008 lacks nothing in the way of comfort in a layout that, like the exterior, is fairly unique. The sloping center stack forms a continuous element with the center console, a design element that was particularly appreciated. In terms of spec, we had it all: cruise control, head-up display, electric heated seats and climate control. The 3008 was also fitted with sat-nav, which got us where we needed to be, but the interface remains fussy. It's in need of a makeover, preferably from a German. The 3008's versatile approach to carrying rear passengers and cargo was something we really made use of, and what made it such a capable carrier was down to more than just the space. One of the things that made carrying a load such a pleasure was the 2-litre turbo diesel engine with 110 kilowatts and 340 newton meters. It was economical, but it was also more refined than we'd expected, making it a pleasure to drive in just about any condition. One criticism is that it is a little bit laggy on pull-off, but we soon learned to live with that when we realized how capable the engine is. Add to that the combination of a good auto gearbox, suspension and steering, and you end up with a larger than average car that manages to feel surprisingly nimble, delivering an extremely smooth ride. We had the 3008 serviced at its 20,000 kilometer interval, and that was undertaken by Peugeot Woodmead. They provided a drop-off service, which meant we could get on with our daily business while they got on with carrying out a standard service, the only extra being a door seal that was replaced at no cost. Usually when a test car completes its long-term tour of duty with RPM, we hand it back to the manufacturer, and that's the last we ever see of it. But things are a little bit different this time. RPM TV's producer was so impressed with the car that rather than let us hand it back to Peugeot, he's decided to buy it. The one thing the 3008 does exceptionally well is carry loads. It has the usual versatility tricks like foldable rear seats, but also includes a clever split rear compartment. A lower section in the boot floor allows smaller, more fragile items to be separated from larger ones, and the remaining space is still able to swallow some pretty big things, which is useful if you, say, fly remote-controlled gliders as a hobby. As an everyday commuter, a long-distance runner and a weekend getaway vehicle, this particular long-termer never failed to impress. It handles cargo as well as it handles the open road, and is one of those cars that is able to make you feel very relaxed behind the wheel. It's safe to say that the Peugeot 3008 impressed us. Its looks have remained fresh, and it's got the performance, practicality and economy to make us realize two things. One, we're going to miss it, and two, whatever fills its space in the RPM garage is going to have to fill some pretty big shoes. Undoubtedly, the most impressive figure for our 3008 long-termer is the fuel consumption, made even more so by the fact that it didn't impact on a comfortable and enjoyable drive.